Hey everybody, welcome to She Tried It, and I'm here because she tried it. I want to talk to you guys about the face mask that everybody is wearing. Now this is not medical advice, this is just my opinion based off of my experience in sewing so many styles of these face masks. So the first thing I started off with was the pleated face mask. And I used shorter elastic than was required. After only 2 wears though, here we go. It's kind of loose. Like you don't want this for your mask. You don't want all this room. You don't want to be an Aldi doing your shopping, and the next thing you know, you gotta touch your face again, and it's falling down your nose. See, these are not going to help keep germs out, but they will help us keep our germs in and stop sharing them with other people. If you're sick, don't go to the store. And shout out to Aldi, they're doing a fantastic job with their sanitizing. But yeah, this is my first version of a face mask that I use. The second that I use, this is too short, and my elastic, I ran out of 1/4 inch elastic, and of course all of the stores ran out. So I improvised and used this, but it wasn't the best feel. See? You got all of that right there. And then if I put it up here, it's all open. You don't want to do that. So then I found the curve style. This is the Olsen face mask. Well, I think this is the one from Joann's. I did that one first. And I added a filter pocket to the back, because I wasn't comfortable with just 2 layers of fabric just put together like, oh, I'm about to be out here in these streets. As I keep saying, something is better than nothing, but I wanted something that could give me just a little bit more oomph to my mask. Even if it is just mental, I needed that oomph. So I started using duck canvas inside to create filter pockets. And then on the front, I have my 100% cotton fabric and made my straps. So if you're making a curved mask, you will see this on the videos. You can't just use straight fabric. You can't cut fabric straight across. You need something that is stretchy. So if you're using cotton fabric, you need to cut it on a bias, creating something called bias tape that stretches. So when you're sewing it along a curve, it will match up with the curve. So I did this, but these straps are really hard. So this is my own mask, that's why I'm putting it on my mouth. When you put this on your face, see, like this is hard to go across the ears. Even with a nose piece in it, it gets the job done. But my glasses got really foggy. I couldn't see, my breath was all hot in there. I did have a filter in there because Suede fabrics, everybody used the non-woven, what is it called? The non-woven interfacing for the mask. So they found that shop towels were non-woven. Now I have already tried to sew these shop towels into the mask because I was waiting for them to release this pattern. And I'm thinking, I'm just going to get a jump start. I'm going to sew these masks and put the shop towel in them. You don't want to do that. I should have known better. It's shop towels. So when it gets wet, it's probably going to pull away from the fabric. But what you can do is cut the shop towel down to size, and you can use that as an added barrier because shop towels are non-woven. So here's an example of a mask that I made. And this has a nose piece in it. It's just a pipe cleaner, nothing fancy. And 100% cotton, same fabric on the front, is used for the back. And inside is a blue shop towel cut down to size. So that's great. This is one style. When you add this fabric binding to your mask, it doesn't matter if it's the pleated style or the curve style, it's going to add a little bit of extra width to your mask. So if I had even added binding to this little mask, it would have made it fit better on my face. This is a mask that I use. It's the same pattern as this one. This is the Olsen mask. If you YouTube Olsen face mask, you'll find the pattern. They suggested that you can use a hair tie at the end. However, this fits great on a small to medium face person. If you are a big face person like my husband, that mask is not going to work out for you because it's going to be pulling your ears down. It will be really uncomfortable. It'll keep snapping off. So you do not want a mask that keeps popping off. Here's another style that I made, the pleated accordion style. And I used the duck fabric on half of it in the back so that I could create a filter pocket, and inside of that pocket is a blue shop towel. And you just open this up and tie it across your face. My preferred fabric is 100% cotton, and some people use knit fabric. I've seen people say you could just cut up a t-shirt. The fabric is really stretchy like this, and it's really porous. Like, you can get all kind of stuff through here. I wouldn't recommend using, although something is better than nothing, I absolutely get it. I wouldn't recommend knit fabric for the mask, but what knit fabric is awesome for, absolutely awesome, is creating the binding for the mask. Remember this one? This is like the one that I made for myself. It's fabric right here. When you put it on your ears, it gets all uncomfortable. The knit binding is absolutely amazing. It contours to your face. You can pull it. With this style, I found that I didn't even need to add a nose piece to it, because for me, it just sealed my face perfectly. It was absolutely comfortable to wear. You can see I have that duck canvas that I use as a filter pocket, and you can just slide your filter right inside of there. If you're sewing straps on your mask, it is better, I have found, that you sew into the corner. You want to put it in the corner of the mask, not on the sides. Some people are putting it, you put one strap here, you measure your strap 18 inches long, put one strap there, put one strap there, but that makes it even more difficult to get over the ears. Whitney Sews has a pattern where she, instead of having, instead of having this strap going this way, she has her straps going this way. So this black part would be on the side, not going across the front. And when you put it on that way, I found that it does go over the ear a lot easier. But if you're going to use fabric straps, like I said, you want to sew it into the corners of the fabric. So the way that would look, so these are your corners. This is a corner. You would take the end of a strap, you would sandwich it. You're putting it at an angle right there. And then what you're going to do is bring your other piece of fabric up, and you're going to sew a straight line and then sew down. So when you turn it inside out, your strap is going to be at the corner and not on the side. I also did this using knit fabric. I'm telling you guys, this knit fabric is so comfortable. It feels so good on the skin. It's a world of difference between using a knit fabric for the straps and cotton fabric. It pulls so nicely, especially when you've taken the knit fabric all the way across the mask, like I did right here. My family tested out some masks for me. The fabric was very uncomfortable for my son and my daughter. My son kept pulling his mask down. Mommy, it's uncomfortable. And I'm like, bro, you are defeating the whole purpose of this. My daughter felt like hers was too hot and her glasses were fogging up as well. But the knit fabric is the best. So my recommendations are 100% cotton fabric with knit binding. It doesn't matter if you use the pleated style or the curve style. Either way, the knit feels good to me, and it gives you a better fit for your mask. And blue shop towels. You can take a blue shop towel, cut it to the size that you need, put it in to act as a filter. Even if your mask doesn't have a filter pocket, you can just put a blue shop towel into the mask that you already have just for some added protection. Again, this is not me being scientific. This is just me having researched so many different styles of these masks. And it is my opinion as a sloppy perfectionist. That's what she is. I am a sloppy perfectionist. The last thing that I want to say is people are concerned that by wearing these masks, we're going to become more relaxed and we're going to not keep up our social hygiene. But I want you to think of these masks as if somebody let you know where 2 or 3 mines are at in a minefield, but you have no idea how many mines are in the minefield. There could be 10, there could be 10,000. You don't know, but you only know where 2 or 3 of them are. You're going to be very cautious because knowing where a couple of mines are does not mean that you are in the all clear. Or maybe think of it as a scarlet letter. Remember when people used to have to wear scarlet letters, and it is an indicator that you have done something bad. You're a sinner! And it reminds you that you should be ashamed of yourself. And it reminds other people, oh yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. So when you're wearing these masks, I want you to think, not that everything is great. Something is wrong here. We need to be more careful. We need to continue to be diligent. We need to continue to practice our social hygiene. This should be a reminder. You know what? Let me wash my hands. Let me not touch my face. Let me maintain that 6 feet distance from people until this is over. And guys, we are going to get through this together. I'm hoping that these tips have been helpful for you to create masks for you and for your family. We are all in this together. We're trying to do the best that we can. These are just my opinions. If you try some of these things, you may not like the knit binding. For somebody else, they may like the way that they've been doing it with the fabric, with the cotton fabric as a binding. Maybe you don't want to bind it at all. Maybe you like the nose piece, no nose piece. Maybe you want your mask to be falling off your face. Maybe you like it like that. However it goes, we are all in this together. And I've tried a bunch of different styles of these masks. Have fun trying them out. Hopefully I've saved some people some headache because I've spent many, many hours trying to find a fit that works right for me and a fit that I would be comfortable sharing with other people, because that 2 pieces of cotton and elastic just was not cutting it for me. So buy you some shop towels. I am not getting paid for this. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody is safe and healthy and that we meet each other on the other side so we can start giving each other some bear hugs again. She tried it.